What's up, YouTube? So before we get started with this video, on First Take, they're going to be talking about whether or not Kevin Durant should stay with the Golden State Warriors or go to the New York Knicks if he has the opportunity to. So let's see what they have to say about that.
Should KD remain in Golden State or head to New York?
Nah, he should go. He should go. As much as I make fun of Stephen A. about the New York Knicks, he should go to New York. He's good enough. He's good enough to wipe away all that bad luck. He's good enough to wipe away the incompetence of James Dolan. He's good enough to wipe away their history. KD is the solution to the New York Knicks problem, and here's why you leave Golden State. I've been somewhat of somebody who's argued, slow down. Tap the brakes, KD. Stay in Golden State, rack up championships, add to your legacy, win debates on all-time lists. It's good in Golden State. But if he does that, after the way we've seen them be able to win, granted against Portland, Milwaukee or Toronto would be something different. But the way they've been able to win without him, I think he's never going to be able to win that debate against, honestly, guys like Max. They're always going to use what Golden State, what Steph could do without him against KD. Go build your legacy in New York.
So I think Will Kane's only half right. I definitely think Kevin Durant should stay with the Golden State Warriors, especially if they three-peat this year. If they three-peat, you have to come back. You have to come back to see if you can get 4 in a row. I mean, just getting 3 in a row is special. But if you can get 4, you have opportunity to get 4 championships in a row, you've got to ride that until the wheels fall off. As a matter of fact, if I was Kevin Durant, I would stay with the Golden State Warriors until they don't make the playoffs. You've got to get everything you can out of the Golden State Warriors and rack up as many rings as you can. And so people are going to talk trash no matter what. Oh, you went to the team that was already winning. They were beating you guys, yada, yada, yada. That doesn't matter. I would rather have maybe 5 or 6 rings if he has a chance to get that with the Golden State Warriors and worry about what people say in 20 years, but have, 4 or 5, 6 rings, then leave directly after I three-peat and try to go someplace else like New York where you don't even know if you're going to win. You're not even going to know if you win. So you might as well stay with Golden State, win as many rings as you can, solidify your legacy even more. Then you can move on and go to New York or wherever else you want to go to. Because Kevin Durant's young enough that he can still make those type of moves. But to leave, it'd be stupid to leave if you three-peat. So let's keep going.
I would say this, your thinking is right on the subject, but New York is wrong. Because I don't know that KD and Kyrie ever do win a championship together. Maybe, but maybe not. And if they don't, that's a huge hit against KD, and it wouldn't be his fault. It would be because it's a dysfunctional franchise. I would say this, if the Clippers were available with Kawhi, I love that idea for KD because I think they'd win a championship next season. I think they beat everybody in basketball next season, and then he would have proven a point. I think it's going to be much more difficult to prove that in New York. So if the question is limited to the Knicks or the Warriors, to me, because it's the Knicks, stay with the Warriors.
I can never.
So again, Kevin Durant should definitely stay with the Golden State Warriors. Going to the LA Clippers would be cool if you were able to go there with the Kawhi Leonard. But like I said, you've got to ride that championship team until the very, very end. Like I said, you'd rather have 5 or 6 rings and have people question you in 20 years with 5 or 6 rings than only have 3 rings, go someplace else, never win, and people kind of question you. Like I said, you might as well just clean house, do whatever you can do, for one. And for two, I don't think Kevin Durant's not that alpha male, take charge, run a team type. He's more of one of the best role players ever. So like when he was with Cleveland or when he was with OKC, the most dominant guy was kind of like more of Westbrook. And he was kind of like the standards office, like the second player. And it's the same thing with Golden State Warriors. He's not the upfront alpha male leader. That's more of Draymond Green and Steph, if you want to put it like that. Kevin Durant, even though Kevin Durant's the best player, he's the best player, but he's not the everybody follow me, I'm in charge type guy. So even if he went to New York, he would still need somebody else to be there to be the front runner, even though he'd be the best supporting cast. But I don't think anywhere he goes, he's going to be that front runner. So you might as well stay in Golden State. And it's not going to get any better than being at Golden State, especially if he three-peats. Where else? What other teams is he going to go to where it's going to be that good? Nowhere. Even if he does go someplace with Kyrie or Anthony Davis or gets Zion or whatever the case may be, it's not going to get any better. So let's keep going.
Encourage somebody to leave the Golden State Warriors because I think at this moment they are the gold standard. First-class organization, top to bottom. Great owners, great executives, great coach, great players. I get it. But I'm a Knicks fan, so I don't have to do that. And at the end of the day, here's what I would say. KD should go because of what we're seeing from Steph Curry right now. Steph Curry is just cementing the fact yet again that it will always be Steph Curry's franchise. KD wants to be someplace where he established and cements his own legacy, and he's a difference maker. I'm not talking about just as a player. I'm talking legacy. And when you talk about the New York Knicks, listen, everybody's talking about a title, and obviously that's the ultimate aspiration. The New York Knicks have been so pathetic, so moribund, so disgustingly bad, okay, that I'm just happy with contender status. I mean, if you could get the Garden buzzing again, if you could make basketball relevant again, if you could have people talking about West 4th Street, Rutgers Park, Harlem 135th Street, Staten Island, the list goes on. If you could have people talking about basketball in New York City again, I'd be thankful for that. I'm not saying that should be everybody, but I'm saying I'm so desperate for relevancy on the part of the New York Knicks that I said it yesterday and I'll say it again. They could offer KD, we can find out KD had an Achilles, and he's going to be out for the entire year next year.
And you don't know what
I would still take every penny that I have and give KD it now, and I'd say to him, I will wait for you for 2 years. Listen, and Max, are you ready for this, Max? Well, I'm Stephen A. We all know I don't pull any punches. I'm going to bring the heat. I promise you, if KD goes to New York, there will be no bigger protector than me.
Yeah, but
I don't give a...
Yeah, but it doesn't matter how much a protective you are, Stephen A., because you're not going to be on the court playing with them. And if things go bad, you're probably one of the main guys talking trash about it. Oh, God, we have KD. We brought KD into New York, and I was carrying his bags and all this, and the brother just doesn't want to play. I don't know why I would say he's the best player in the world, yada, yada, yada. You flip-flop back and forth each day, Stephen A., and he's not even on the New York Knicks. He's not even on the Knicks, and you're flip-flop. I remember the first round, you were calling KD, he can't be the best player, and there's no way, I made a mistake, it's LeBron and all this, and then the next game he puts up 45, the next game he puts up 50, then Kevin Durant he's the best player in the world, I can't believe it, he is unstoppable, he's on a whole nother level. You flip-flop, and he's not on the Knicks. Just imagine if KD were to go to the Knicks and things won't work out. You would absolutely tear him apart like you've done before. So I say Kevin Durant is best bet. You might as well stay with Golden State. You'd rather argue with people while having 5 or 6 rings than go someplace else and only have 3 rings and it might not work out. So Kevin Durant, you've got to stay. Stay and work that championship train until the very, very end. And you're young enough that you can go someplace else and work on your legacy. It just doesn't make sense. So let's keep going.
I will carry his bags. I'll clean up his locker at the Garden. Whatever it takes to make sure that KD is comfortable and ready to ball for the New York Knicks, I will do with no objectivity whatsoever. That's how desperate I am. That's how desperate I am for the New York